Hey everybody, welcome to Whispers in the Ink. I am Jennifer, and you'll hear Clyde scratching on the scratching post. I'm not only here to inspire you, no, not to get kitties, but I'm here to give you permission to try new things. And oh boy, do I have it for you today. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, you guys. I was watching a chocolate cake recipe before I came live, so sorry about that. Anyways, inspiration, you guys. I have a lot for you today. I'm going to share with you, I'm going to remind you of an August class. I'm going to share with you a September class, and I'm going to show you what my other September class is going to be. And the reason I say show you is because I can't even get it yet. With that being said, you guys, I want to show you something that we had access to on Tuesday. And I think I spoke about it. Did I speak about it yesterday? I might have. But this is it, you guys, and I found out that I can show you what's inside this scrapbooking brochure. You guys, you can't order from this until September 2nd, I think, no, the 3rd, September 3rd, Tuesday. But you guys, there is some super duper cool stuff coming. I mean, like, oh my gosh, hey Donna. Super cool stuff coming in this scrapbooking brochure. So if you got your catalog and you were very curious on why there was no Halloween designer series paper in there, and then there's no 12 by 12 fall paper in there, this is why. At least that's what I'm saying, okay? I don't want to get ahead of myself here, you guys. So if you are a scrapbooker or a card maker or a hybrid of both, because I think I'm a hybrid of both. Hey, Deanne and Donna, your PDFs are in your email if you haven't seen them yet, just so you know. And I have your packets here ready to go. So anyways, you guys, I can show you inside this brochure. I printed it up. Now, you guys, I did not do the high quality printing that a catalog should have, so don't beat me up for that, okay? But, you guys, there is some super duper cool stuff coming. So one of the things that Close to My Heart had was called two-tone cardstock. So, and you can see Garden Green, Real Red, Basic Black, and Pool Party are going to be, as of this catalog, or this brochure, this is going to be new, you guys, in the Stampin' Up! Line, okay? Because we purchased this from Close to My Heart, the two-tone paper. And you guys, it's going to be in several colors in this book, or brochure, however you want to call it. So you've got 12 sheets of the two-tone paper for for $10. Now, I do not have experience with this, but however, I have spoken with a couple of people who do have experience with this two-tone paper. And you guys, I understand that is about the same weight as our designer series paper. So, give you an idea of how you wouldn't use it for a card base, but I think it's really cool, and let me show you why. If you're looking at this Garden Green, you've got like a first generation stamp and a second generation stamp. That's the two-tone aspect of it. And to me, basically, with this, you're getting 4 brand new colors that Stampin' Up! Is going to offer to us because of this paper. Now, that's my interpretation, you guys. However, they're adding this. This is a new white willow paper. And this is a cardstock type of paper, similar in weight to the two-tone paper, okay? Similar in, from my understanding, it's similar in weight to the two-tone paper. It is not a two-tone paper, it's just a different variation of white, is my understanding. Okay, so we've got that. We've got some Christmas stuff in here. And then we have some more Christmas stuff in here. And look it's got designer series paper, you guys. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, and look, more two-tone paper in here. Look at the stamp set, you guys. I'm excited, you guys. Can you tell? I'm very, very excited. Cardstock with some two-tone paper. We've got another designer series paper and another stamp set. And you guys, these stamp sets are $20 and there's 7 stamps in this one. But look, we got more two-tone paper. And then here we are, you guys. Here it is. Designer series, Halloween designer series paper. But we're going to go one more page because I'm getting very excited. So this designer series paper pack, look what it coordinates with. That's that spells and or potions and spells. That's the online exclusive, you guys. And it will coordinate. There's the book stack. Did you guys see that book stack in that stamp set? The book stack right there. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? So here's what I'm doing for the September Ding Dong Ditch. Obviously, I can't show you the card ideas yet, but I promise you're going to love them. And you're going to get a lot of goodies in this, you guys, for your $14. And, hey, Laura, and you guys, I'm giving you a menagerie of things. So with that Ding Dong Ditch, you guys, I had to fold my brochure over. You are going to get a quarter of a pack of this designer series paper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to get 1 6x6 of all of these papers. So the two-tone papers, the designer series paper, you're going to get cardstock and an embellishment for your $14 plus shipping. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty exciting. So tell me what you think about, and you guys, I don't think we've ever done Halloween designer series paper for a Ding Dong Ditch. I don't even think I did that during COVID. Trying to think, because that's when the Ding Dong Ditch originated, you guys, was during COVID. So do you guys remember seeing that? I don't remember. So what is the add-on stamp set going to be? It is going to be our Halloween memories right here with the trick or treat, spooky fun, wickedly good times, October and the 31. And you guys, that stamp set, again, $20. Photopolymer, so you'll be easy peasy to line it up on all of your things. And that's how this is going to work this time. Oh, so there is still a whole bunch more. And like I told you guys, fall paper. Yes, indeed. There is some fall 12 by 12 in here. I am so excited about it. Now, I don't want to overlook, if you will, there are sticker sheets. Designer series paper and sticker sheet sets. But you guys, check out this. Check out this stamp. How awesome is that? Now this one, because there's 11 stamps, you guys, this stamp set is $24. And I can pretty much guarantee you, you're going to see that one again. So if you have any questions about the Ding Dong Ditch, or about the scrapbooking brochure or any of those things, make sure to put them in the comment section below. I will come back and answer those. And then, quick reminder, you guys. These are the August Ding Dong Ditch cards. These are the cards that you get along with the designer series paper, all your parts and pieces, the ribbon, and you guys, I keep forgetting, I finally got the embellishments and I keep forgetting to put them on here. So, but you'll get embellishments with yours. This one is $14 plus shipping, and shipping's usually about $4, you guys. So I hope that if you want to get in on the current Ding Dong Ditch, plus this gives you a little bit of an idea of how I put the cards together for the Ding Dong Ditch if you're new here. The other class for September, you guys, is Girls Night. Girls Night is my birthday club. You get 2 cards like this, parts and pieces, and you get 2 cards like this, parts and pieces. This one, you guys, it's been a long time since we've done a fun fold. But this one, we're going to do a little easel card for Girls Night. And then this one, our masculine birthday card. Because, you know, we're fair to everybody around here. We do the feminine and the masculine cards. Because we all have, you know, family, right? We got to send out those birthday cards. So, oh, thanks, Donna. So with that, that is a reminder for August and the 2 ideas that I have for September. But you guys, why do I not have a regular class for September? I bet Donna knows the reason, because Donna's coming. But you guys, my other class for September is my 1-day, all-day event. It's called the Ghouls, Gobbles, and Garland. That event, you guys, is my big fall event. We do Halloween card, we do fall cards, we do Christmas cards, we do projects. We spend the whole day together. We break bread together. We laugh together. I think we've even cried together. I'm just saying. And we have a really, really good time. So if you are close to Northern Indiana and you think you would like to come, again, comment below. Or, you guys, you can send me an email here in regards to the Ghouls, Gobbles, and Garland or to any of the classes. Oh, Deanne, I haven't even gotten to that part. So, tonight, you guys, after all of that, tonight, you guys, we are going to be making the cards with movement. And in true Wednesday night fashion, as Deanne's already told me, she's had steak fajitas and Spanish rice for dinner. I had chicken pot pie for dinner. What was for dinner? What did you have for supper, for dinner, whatever you call it? That's what we want to know. So, with that, you guys, I'm going to pull one box. I'm going to start with, sorry, you guys. I'm going to start, oh, I know what that is. Hang on. Apparently my phone didn't go to charge. Oh boy. Come on. If I don't get this working. Oh my goodness, you guys. Technicals. Come on. Sorry, you guys. Hang on. I got to get my phone plugged in, or else we're not going to be able to do the down screen. That would not be good. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. With that, oh, that was almost a catastrophe, you guys. Make sure that we got our screen popping up. It is. Okay, so we're back in business. Sorry, you guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm going to just grab one and we're going to get started. And you guys, I'm starting with what was deemed the difficult card for on Saturday by the girls that came. So I am chicken fried rice. Oh, Donna, that would be yummy. we're going to start with the slider, what I'm deeming the slider card, which is one of the ones that you saw, and that is this one. Isn't it pretty? This is the first card, and I'm gonna take you through step by step, you guys. I have my bucket of all of the things. Now, when you get your packet, you guys, those that are getting your packets, and by the way, I do have 1, maybe 2 packets left, just so you know. So if you haven't gotten a packet and you would like a packet, then all you gotta do is let me know. You pull from the card base and everything forward will make this card. And for mine, I kind of tucked all my parts in here. But for you guys, that if they go in the mail, they're all in a small plastic envelope. And hang on, with your ribbons and all of the things, let me show you what kind of envelope I'm talking about. I'm finding things on the floor. Somebody was jumping around on the table. So this envelope, you guys, it's a clear envelope. All your little parts and pieces are in here. So just so you know, that's where all of these things are going to be. All of this stuff will be in there along with your ribbon. I'm just going to pull from here. All right, so we have deckled rectangles. We've got some stamping to do. We have some parts and pieces. I'm going to glue this first. Glue this on here. Donna, I'm telling you, I'm so glad that you're going to get your packet. It's a fun one for sure. I'm glad you like it. So we're going to take our DSP and we're going to center it on here like this. So we got this. We're going to put our parts off to the side. We're going to leave our sample over here. And then I'm going to work on my card base. Oh, Laura had salad. Okay. Well, welcome, Laura. I bet you it was a good salad. And then, oh, you guys, I didn't write it down on the back on my card. Okay, so we're going to score at here and here. So we're going to do our score. Oh, gosh. Dark as death, you guys. Almost pulled that. So we're going to score our card base. But, you guys, I grabbed a retired punch because my 1 3/4 broke. So I'm using my 1 1/2. And, you guys, 1 1/2, 1 3/4. I don't know that I would go much smaller than the 1 1/2. This one's the 1 3/4, but you're going to take this, your 1/2 inch score is over here. You're going to take this, and I'm eyeballing my center, and you want to do just a little notch, just like that. And then what you're going to do, you have 2 choices. You can be brave, like me. You can take your piece, arrange it as you somewhat wish it to be. You can flip it over and punch that out. Or, if you're not that brave, you can take it and put a little notch down here and then take it out and flip it over and punch it out. You guys, I'm telling you, be brave. The key here is, though, you guys, is that you do not want to cut any more of the blue paper, the pool party paper. You only want to cut the DSP and the petal pink paper. That is the key here. And then we're going to do our glue here. And you guys, I'm partial to glue. If you want tape runner, go right ahead. One of the reasons I'm partial to glue is because I like that it has a little bit of shimmy room. Okay, so there we go. And here's our card front. But we're not done. This is the scary part. We're bringing back in our trimmer. So I want to point out really quickly, although mine is dirty, I used my tear and tape so that I could see my numbers. Like I said, mine's dirty. I used my tear and tape so I could see the numbers here. Okay, and all I did was put a piece of tear and tape on there. That was it. Super easy, you guys. If you have not done that, I highly recommend, particularly for this. So I have my cardstock over here. I'm going to bring my, on your blade here, there is, let's see, get the glare in the right spot, Jennifer. There we go. See how there's a notch there? That notch is where the blade's at, you guys. So that's where I want to pull my notch down to that 1 inch, and I want to go all the way down while holding my paper, all the way down, and then go all the way up, and then all the way down again, because you want to make sure that your cut goes all the way through. See my finger coming through there? I want to make sure my cut goes all the way through because I need this as the slider part. If you look super closely here, you can see there's my little slider part. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm going to burnish all my scores, making sure particularly that this one is straight, like this. Then we're going to take our basic white piece. I'm going to put it in here, all the way up at the top, in the middle. And I'm going to close this over like this. Okay? And the only reason I point this out is because this is important, because this is how you're going to eventually seal the card. So you want to make sure that it is where it needs to be. Now you should have this little strip of Pool Party, and we're going to take this and we're going to pop it through the slit that we made. And I'm going to bring it all the way down to the bottom. And I want to make sure that it's straight. And I don't want it to hang over too much because eventually this is going to go on the top. And I want this to be able to be in the middle. I know, I love this DSP too. I love it too. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold that little strip. Going to make sure that it's straight. This little strip, right? I want to make sure that that's straight. It does do all the work, Deanne. It does. I'm going to take, you guys can use tear and tape or glue, but here's the thing, if you use glue, don't go crazy because you don't want it oozing all over the place. All right, so now I'm going to line this back up where I want it. Up at the top, just like that, in the middle. You guys, you're going to have to use both hands on this one. I'm going to hold that over. I'm going to hold this like this. And that's how you're going to do it. Going to let it, make sure that it gets all put together. We have our little space out here, but look, you want to make sure that it works. Oh, and it does. check that out. Can you see the little... So it still works. And I'm hoping that that recovers. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, that is that part. We know that it works. But here's the next part. We're holding this closed. I'm not sealing it up yet because I want to pull this white piece all the way up to the top like this. And I'm going to take my pencil, you guys, I'm going to straighten this out. And I'm going to put a little hash mark right here. See my little hash mark right there? I'm doing that so that I know where to put my sentiment. I'm here, you guys. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm still here. So my sentiment for my inside is so lucky to know you, and I want it all the way over to the right because of my bucket and my flowers. Lucky to know you. And I need it to be above that little hash mark. So we're gonna put that on there. Ink up my stamp. I don't want it too tall, but I do want it up a little bit. So we're gonna do our stamping. Gonna let it sit and marinate for a minute. And then there's our inside. I'm gonna take my eraser. I'm gonna erase my pencil mark. And then, you guys, what I wanna do, I need to put our little mechanism part back in so that it sticks back out the front. So that it sticks back out like that. So it sticks out like that. And then I want to make sure that it's under, the white is underneath this pool party piece. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's a lot of steps on this one. But it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Gonna do a little bit of glue. You could do tear and tape if you wanted to. Seal this shut. Just like that. And look at this. We should be all good to go. Oh, and there's our sentiment in the right spot. And we're moving the way we should. So it didn't get clogged up, which is good. Oh, you guys. The hard part is over, you guys. I promise. The hard part is over. We're going to stamp that. And we're going to stamp this. And we need our inside sentiment, which is right here. Or our front sentiment, right there. All right, so this card, you guys, which I love, uses one ink color. All use the basic gray. All use the basic gray. All the stamping that we did. There's that. And then bring in my big. Okay, this one, I'm going to bring in my piercing mat for this one. And I'm going to line up my two little pieces down there and over there. And then we're going to hope for the best. I think we did good on this one, you guys. Oh, yes, we did. Look at that. There's our sentiment, or our flowers. And then we're going to add in our bucket. And I'm going to get a different block for that. Here's our bucket. And I want to make sure that our handle goes where it's supposed to go, so that we can see that handle part. And you guys, these stamps, the photopolymer stamps, make this really easy, okay? Here is the interesting part. Kim would be excited. Okay, so I'm gonna take I don't want the dark smoky slate. Is this basic black? I don't want that either. Gray granite. I guess we'll use the gray granite. I thought I used the basic gray, but apparently not. So I'm going to take the dark gray granite and I'm going to do it a little bit on the edges and a little bit here for some shadowing. And then I'm going to take the light, hey Anita, and the light gray granite, and I'm going to do a little fill in. There. And you can see, because I used the dark over here, it gets a little bit of a shadow on the edges. Okay, so there's our bucket. But, oh, I just remembered, I did do that. But what I did do, you guys, and this is going to seem silly because I stamped it on petal pink. It's going to seem silly, but you guys, I took the dark petal pink and I took the paintbrush end and I added a little bit more shadowing here. And then I took the light and I did the same thing. Just to create that little bit of kind of old and new, maybe a little bit of rust in there, you know, that kind of a look. And then we're going to take our flowers, and I used soft sea foam on the petals, or not on the petals, on the leaves, because I wanted to keep that lighter color. And this one I'm using the light, and I'm using my bullet point on this one. And I think, nope, I forgot one right here. Always double check, you guys, because I always forget one. Kim's in the house. You missed it, Kim. You missed it. The Velcro. Just finished grilled ham and cheese for dinner. Ooh, yum. You missed the Velcro, Kim. And then I'm going to take the dark, you guys, and the bullet point, and I'm just going to add a little bit to the edges. And I'll show you in 1 second. Oh, and look. I missed a whole set because my finger was in the way. So this is the soft sea foam. There's our soft sea foam, but can you see right in there? Can you see that extra little depth of color there? And if it's not dark enough for you, go back and put a little bit more in there. Because it does lighten up a little bit, you guys. I'm going to be honest. At least I think so. There we go. I like that better. Okay. And then, what did I do next? I did the light petal pink. I'm looking at my previous one. Let's close this so you can see it. I'm working on this. I'm going to use my light petal pink here. Oh, not the paintbrush end. The bulletproof end, or bullet tip. Bulletproof, yeah. Not. Bum, 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 bum. And yes, I know I'm missing those bottom petals. I am aware that I'm doing that. And there is a point, and I will explain in 1 second. Okay. There's that. And I'm going to pull in the dark. And then the dark I'm going to use on the bottom. Those bottom 2 little petals on the roses. I'm actually going to do it on that one too. And you guys, go over it once, and if you're in, you can go back and add more. And that's one thing that I love about using the Stampin' Blends, you guys, because if you are not happy with how it looks, if you add a little bit more color, it makes a huge difference, you guys. Huge. And I can show you in a minute. I'm going to add a little bit of dark in here. And I'm going to go back with the light around the edges here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And see, the bummer part is that it doesn't look like there's much difference there, right? Those flowers, they don't look like there's much difference. Like, remember I did the light there and the dark there? Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take the dark and we're going to color again. And that's where you're going to see your difference. Do, 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 do. And take your time. You could color with your colored pencils if you wanted to also. That's okay. If you're not a big colorer. Okay, so now, you guys, I want to create this. And I did it with my light pool party. So what I did is I did some shadowing with the blue and some center work here, just like that. I'll show you, hang on. Light pool party. Can you guys see? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light petal pink, and I'm using the bullet end again, and I'm going to go over what I just colored, and I'm basically creating a new color. You guys, this is so cool. So check that out. What do you guys think about that? And it looks totally different to all these other flowers just because of the addition of that blue. Now, if I wanted to bring this blue back in just a little bit, I can do that with my Stampin' Blends. This time, though, I'm going to use the paintbrush end because I just want to add a little bit. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Elevator music. So there we go. And that, my friends, is that flower. What do you guys think? I think we need something dark in there. Should we do, we could do a blue middle. Kind of pull that in. Ooh, I like that. What do you guys think about that? Ooh, I like that. So what do you guys think? Oh, wow, we are really slow. Okay. So, soft seafoam, petal pink, and what was this? Smoky slate? Gray granite. Gray granite, I used both. And then the pool party, I used the light. And I'm going to have to tweak the directions because I could have swore that I used basic gray, but apparently not. So those were the colors. So we made our bucket and our flowers, and we're going to put our flowers probably like that. I'm going to do them a little bit different because we can. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to create our slider part, and then guess what, you guys? The first card's done. Oh, not soon enough. All right. I'm using my mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one here. And you guys, it is really, really important. I mean, like super duper important, you guys, to make sure that you cover all of the dimensionals. That's why I use the minis. There we go. And then we're going to create our sentiment piece here. Oh, Carolina from California is here. I just saw that. Oh, Carolina, we're having internet issues tonight, you guys. But I'm glad you're here with us. All right. So, sentiment piece. Oh, you're good. Replay's good. All right. So we've got this here. And this is going to be glued. Now, again, just like the dimensionals, you guys, you only want this section, because we're going to put it about right there. So we want below this part of the handle with our glue, because we don't want to have issues with, we don't want to have issues with our glue, okay? Whoops. Sorry, you guys. And there is that. Whoops. Okay. So there's our sentiment piece and our slider piece. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add this. And you guys, that's how it's going to attach. Just that little bit. Can you believe it? So here was my thing. You want to make sure... kitty fur. You want to make sure that you have enough dimensional on here to hold that piece. So I'm going to use end pieces. Love the end pieces. To make sure that that whole little section has dimensional, because I want to make sure that that stays put. Make sure that that's straight. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it probably about right there. Let that stay on there. Oh, and there's our card, you guys. Now we have, and there's our sentiment inside. All right, so what's left? We have our little sprig of ribbon. Our little sprig of ribbon, and I have my stapler, my retired stapler. Oh, Carolina. Oh my gosh, girl, if that is your weakness, I have some color and tips for you. You got to think like the sunshine. That's what my mom told me, you guys. Carolina doesn't know about my mom. My mom is an artist, Carolina. She has dementia now, so she can't help me too much these days, but she taught me some things, and I always share all of my secrets with you guys. So, card number 1, all done. Here's the sample, and actually, you guys, this is another sample that I had. I didn't do embellishments, but if you wanted to, you could. I think that's why I wanted to do the blue one inside. I accidentally sent one already, you guys. So, anyway. All right. Card number 1. Done, done, and done. I need to clean these off and put them back in the stamp really quick. And we will put these up, get these put away. You guys, since the storm last night, we've been having issues. I had issues last night, and I wasn't even sending stuff, and I was having issues. So, I don't know what the storm did, but it did something. All right, so card number 1 is done. We are going to move on to card number 2 that's in my line here. And it is what I'm calling, oh, I forgot to grab pennies. Dang it. I'm calling this the Zinnia Penny Slider, you guys. That's what I'm calling that. But I gotta go grab pennies. Hang on one second. I forgot. For this card, you guys, I had to go into the bedroom to go get my purse. You're going to need 2 pennies. There's 1. And here's 2. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Isn't this card, you guys, check this out. Oh, it's stuck in the ribbon. Don't want that. But it starts up here. And it slides, because you're using dimensionals, you guys. Maybe. There we go. It slides just like that. Isn't that fun? I thought it was fun. Okay. So, what we're going to need is our basic beige pieces. Basic beige pieces, just like this. And we have all of our little parts. And I forgot to punch mine. Yours, when you get your kit in the mail, you guys, yours will already be punched. And that's how I punched it. I wanted to leave room down here for our sentiment and all the things. So that's why I punched it up so high. We are going to need some sentiments. You're going to need the Winterly Treetops. And you're going to need Berry Burst. And I already embossed in the Zinnia, Zinnia 3D embossing folder. And Kim, you would be so proud of me because I actually remembered the adhesive sheets on our glimmer paper. So, because you guys, I am always losing stuff. We're going to assemble these parts first. I don't know why it's doing this tonight. besides the crazy weather. So, Carolina, if you're catching the replay, and I know you did the other day, so catching the replay, I live in the country, like way out in the middle of nowhere, so my internet sometimes is not the best, and I apologize. So we're going to add our, oh, you guys, isn't that so pretty? Ah! I love it. Okay, so here's where we're going to start. We have our card base. We're going to burn, you know, we're going to fold that. And you guys, I like to score mine. If you like to just fold yours over, it's all good. Okay, so here's our card base. We have our inside, we have our, and you guys, however you like your zinnia embossing folder. I think on my original one, I did it on the deboss side, but I think this one I'm going to put on the emboss side. I think we're going to do that. But we're going to start with our pennies. Pennies is where we're going to start. And the key here is you're going to take one of your pennies and you're going to put a dimensional in the middle. So, see, it's in the middle. So there's that. And then you're going to take this piece. Now, you're going to decide, do you want it to curve in or do you want it to curve out? I like it curving out. And we're going to put our basic beige piece, that's the name of that color, in the middle of where that dimensional is. And then I'm going to take my other penny and I'm going to cover the dimensional so that it can slide through our little punch out. Now, that part's done. Let's work on our assembly of our flowers. And, oh, I did that oh, dang it. Wrong way. Hang on. Right? Oh, no, that is the back. Okay. I thought, oh, you guys, I'm losing my mind. The internet stuff always throws me for a loop, you guys, so I'm sorry. All right. So we've got our Berry Burst and our Fresh Freesia. No, I think I like it this way. And you guys, this is preference. Arrange your zinnia how you want. So there's that part. Is there any way to re-ink the markers? Donna, I just saw your question. No, there is no way to re-ink your markers. I just had to toss a whole bunch because they weren't working. So I wish that there was. I have not seen an official way to re-ink. Let's put it that way. I have not seen an official from Stampin' Up way to refill them. So, sorry about that, honey. Yeah, I had to replace several. But I love my blends. Love them. But they sit for a while, and if you don't get the caps on, you guys got to make sure that the caps are tight. Okay, there we go. Get our adhesive backer off. And then we've got our little old olive glimmer paper as our center. Love that. And then we need to arrange our leaf. So I'm going to take my glue dots for this and I put that on there, and then I'm going to fold over so that it doesn't get sticky underneath. And I think I like this one like right there. So just like that. Here's our leaf. So now we get to put our zinnia on here. And the way we're going to do that, again, is with glue dots. And I love my take your pick tool. If you don't have one, you need one in your life, I'm telling you. And we're going to put that as much into the middle as we can muster, you guys. And the key to this is, you guys, seriously, the key to this is you need to make sure to use dimensionals on this piece so that it lets the penny slide. All right. And the other part is you want to make sure that you have a big enough piece here and a big enough piece here that it lifts it up and holds it up enough so that this can slide. So I think we're going to use this bottom section down here, this part, and I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put this other section, and I don't want to get it to where it impedes the slide part, so I want to make sure that, like, I put this penny down here, and I want to make sure that it's all the way to the end so that I can get my pennies to slide. This is very important, you guys. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to take our four corners off. You guys, I'm not worried about this. I don't worry about taking that part off because it is just there as support. Kind of like our no saggy bellies, you know? And we'll get that in place. And look at us. Oh, maybe that's why that didn't want to slide. Because I don't think... Oh, I did do it on that. There we go. Okay. So now, I want to take my little sprig of basic beige and my linen thread and you guys, I'm working off the spool. You guys have your parts in your bag, your linen thread and your little basic beige piece, and I'm going around 2 times. And I'm tying a knot down here using my reverse tweezers. And then I'm going to put my little beige sprig in there. And I'm going to tie my bow. Move my piece back there where I want it to be. Pull out my reverse tweezers because I'm going to tighten that up. And then I'm making a mess. I always work off the cut end first. So I do my loop and I wrap around. So if I want to make my wrap around bigger to get my fingers through. And then we're going to cut that. So there's this part. Now this is going to get glued onto here. Just like this. Make sure that your ribbon stays out of the glue and line it up. And you want to make sure that where your linen thread is, that gets glued on, you guys, really well. Because you don't want that pulling. So that it stays put. Now we need to stamp our 2 sentiments, and this one's done. So we have our A Friend Like You Brings Me Happiness for our inside. And then the thinking of you always is our front. Dun, 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 dun. So what do you guys think about this one? Good? I hope you like this one as much as you like the other one. I hope. We're going to stamp that in closer to the left so that you can flag it, but basically in the middle, because I made it big enough. I re-inked my ink pad, you guys. That's why there's a color difference. It was almost empty. It took me 2 full fills, you guys. Oh, it was scary how dry it was. Oh, crooked. Flip it over. I forget this one was put on crooked. It's still crooked. We're going with the darker side. All right. So we're going to flag this. Like this. So I went up through the middle for those of you that have never flagged your sentiment piece before, which I can't see. I mean, well, just so you know, that's how it goes. I don't mean to, you know, I just like to make sure everybody knows the procedures, right? And then this will go right like that. So here's our original, and here is our sample, or our online one. Not too much difference in these, you guys, and I'm going to be honest, there's not going to be, because these are kind of complicated, and I want to make them pretty close to how I did originally. So, just so you know. Because of the technicalities of it. That's why. Yeah, there we go. Sounded fancy. Sounded fancy now. And then... Okay. Alright, so now we've got our sentiments put away. Alright, you guys. Oh, I love them both. I think this one was so fun, you guys. And I'm sorry, the extra 2-cent cost for our pennies for that slider is totally worth it. But you guys tell me in the comments section, do you feel that the 2 pennies are worth this mechanism? I think so. All right. Now, moving on, I think we're going to do the guide card next. And the guide card has lots of parts and pieces, you guys. I'm going to warn you, this one's got lots of parts and pieces. But the mechanism part of this one is easy. The mechanism part of this one is easy, but it's a little complicated. All right. This is a 4 1/4 by 11, and you guys, you're going to score it like you always do, 5 1/2. And then we have this piece. You guys, this is so cool. And I couldn't do it for the online folks. But what we're going to do is we're taking our embossing folder, this embossing folder, because I didn't show you the sample yet. And we're creating that. Can you guys see that? Oh. So what you need to do is you need to take your embossing folder and your pecan pie ink, and you're going to ink up, you guys, you're going to ink up your embossing folder. And you do really need to make sure that it's a consistent ink, okay? And when you put this on here, you guys, wherever you put it is where it needs to stay, because it's going to have ink. So you're going to take this. Oh, and see, I'm going to have stuff on the top that doesn't get it. Darn it. That's all right. You're going to take this and run this through your cut-in emboss. And then that's what you're going to get. Now, I'm okay with that, but when you do yours, you guys, make sure that you do from top to bottom. And then all you do is run this underneath water and it comes right off, you guys. And I mean like right off. It's amazing. All right, so there's our front piece and our pegboard, and we're gonna do some stamping next. We gotta stamp these and gotta stamp these. Lots of stamping on this one, you guys. Trusty tools for sure. Is a must. Okay. So there are 2 different size legs here. These are our legs. Oh, I'm going to show you the inside of the card. So this is the front. And you guys, that's the inside. We're creating a tool bench on the inside of our card. Okay, so what we need to do some stamping with our pecan pie. And we're bringing in this textured timber. And we're going to be using this piece. This long piece to create that wood look to our crumb cake piece. So can you see? I stamped and stamped and stamped. And then I did the legs, and I pretty much just went through the whole thing. So I'm going to take this and definitely going to grab some yucky scratch paper. And I'm going to ink this up every time that we're going to stamp. So I'm going to stamp and ink and stamp. And I'm going to go through the whole thing. And then one more because I overlapped too much. I was worried about not overlapping enough. Okay, so there's our wood grain. But you guys, we're going to flip this over because I want to stamp down here. Just the one side, and I'll show you in a minute. Show you in a minute why. So hang on, hold your pants on for just 1 second. So I'm going to take my 2 legs. I'm going to put them together. These are the 2 longer legs. And we're going to stamp. And then we're going to take the 2 shorter legs, put them together. Oh, apparently that's sticky. And stamp. And then there's that. Okay. That's that stamping. Now we have sentiment stamping. You're the most awesome, and our pencil. So you're the most awesome, and we've got our pencil, and we have our pencil inside. So now if you're brave, because this is the same ink, you can put them together and stamp them together. And you want it down at the bottom because you want to be able to see it. And there's that. Apparently this needs to be re-inked now too. Okay, So I'm going to clean these off so that I can do my pencil inside. I got to grab my red ink. Must have needed it for something. Red, red, red. Real red. Oh, pumpkin pie, Cajun craze. Where's the real red? Oh. Real red. Here it is. Found it. So, we need a real red. And put the pencil part back and the You're Awesome back. And I'm going to bring in my piercing mat again because I'm going to end up stamping off on my pencil because I don't want it like super red red. I want it kind of red, right? So there we go. So stamped off, second generation, and then there's that. And then we have one more thing to stamp, which will be our toolbox. And I originally stamped it in the pecan pie. I wasn't happy, and I did it a couple of times. I wasn't happy with the lack of how dark it was. So for the class, I switched it to black. Your directions say black, the memento. Now, you guys, if you wanted to put that on there, you could. It's your card. Put whatever sentiment you want to have on yours. This is just a suggestion. And I definitely, for sure, like this with the black because you can totally see it. So much better, right? So that's why I made the change. And I didn't think about it until after the fact, of course. So now we're going to switch this for this because we might make a mess. Because, you know, I'm messy. And I know I'm not the only one. Okay. Glue. And you only need a little on the edges here. There. And you're going to put your toolbox on top like that. And then, you guys, your die cut pieces are going to have the majority of your hammer, okay? But here's the thing. When I cut your hammer parts, I made a point of not meeting the whole thing because I wanted you to have a two-tone hammer. And I didn't worry about that background piece. So we have a black hammer, or we have a red-handled black hammer. But, where's mine? I want to show you how I added, and I think I only want to do the silver on the tip. See that silver on there, you guys? That is the silver metallic effects. Metallic enamel effects, excuse me. Let me grab my, did I leave it in here? No, I did not. Grab my spatula from my embossing paste spatulas. So that's ready to go. I'm going to take my metallic enamel, and you guys, this is super cool because it's easy to peel when you use your silicone sheet. So I'm using this palette knife, and I am just scraping it on, kind of like frosting. And I'm kind of bumping it up because Isn't that kind of how a hammer looks, right? So now this, somebody had asked me at the in-person class, how long does this have to sit to dry? And I'm going to tell you, if you use this, think crystal effects. Depends on how much you put on it, is going to depend on how long it takes to dry. And then what I do is I just clean my palette knife off on my silicone craft sheet, because once that dries, that little bit of silver that's on there, I can peel it right off. Super easy peasy. So this will sit to the side over here to dry. My silicone craft sheet will sit over there to dry. So we've got all of our parts and pieces. You guys, this one has moving parts. It really does. But I'm telling you, it's so cool. So cool. All right. So this one, we're going to take our 4x4 piece. And my brain just left me. Right? Right. Okay. And I'm going to score this way. And score. And I'm going to do a half of a turn. And I'm going to score it again. So that we have some places to glue our legs to. You guys, this is so cool. All right. Oh, we got one more thing to score. Hang on one second. We have these two to score. Do not cut them. Do not cut them. Jennifer, do not cut them. I'm going to score those. And that's our mechanism, you guys. This part is this, and this is our mechanism parts. All right. First, move this. First, we're going to glue this up at the top. And then we're going to take this vanilla piece and we're going to glue it to the bottom. That's our sentiment piece. Now, I did use a vanilla at the top intentionally for two reasons. Two reasons. First reason being, I wanted to be able to see the pegboard in the back, right? I want to be able to see those little pegs through the thing. Plus, I wanted to have a clean background to the tool bench. So, you'll see I glued my legs onto this part, okay, first. And then we'll go through the rest. So the two short pieces get glued onto the part where we stamped the back. So now you can see why I had you stamp the back, I would think. And then you want to bring that leg all the way to the score. And we're going to do the same thing, same with this other side. And again, you guys, tear and tape would work for this if you would so rather. I like the shimmy room. This one goes all the way to the score as well. And it's supposed to look like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this around and we're going to glue this and the legs. Take a deep breath, you guys, because this you want all the way down to the scores. All the way down to the scores. Just like that. Do you see where we're at? I gotta hold that on for a minute. But you see it's all the way down to the score there. Okay, we gotta hold this on for a second. And then we have that little score mark. Okay, you're gonna wanna fold that, but you're gonna want to use this as your guide because I want my legs to be close together, right? I want them to be in line with each other. So we're gonna do a little bit of glue up here, making sure that that's straight. And we're gonna fold that over and we're gonna hold it down for a second. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. Line this up with this leg, making sure our score is down here. And there's that. Oh, you guys, it's getting exciting. There. And then on this little score part here, you guys, that's where you're going to put your little bit of glue. There and there. Little bit. You're going to fold this down and you're going to fold this over. You guys, we did it. The mechanism part is done. I'm holding it on here, making sure that it sticks. And here we go. Here's the, look, we did it, you guys. Look, there's our tool bench. Oh, I love it. Isn't that cool, you guys? All right, so the rest is pretty much all the decorations, you guys. And I think I'm going to put that not so done side at the top. So it looks kind of like a sloppy paint job. I think that looks cool to me. And I did do dimensionals on our toolbox. And then this is going to go, I'm going to put it up just a little bit higher there. And then we have our pegboard. And that's going to go in here. Now, some of them, you guys, I left a little bit longer, so all you have to do is just trim them. And we're going to use mini dimensionals because the minis fit right in between the pegs. And I love that Stampin' Up! Thinks like that. I love it. Get off of my finger. Makes things so much easier, you guys. Do. Okay, so here's our pegboard. Whoops, uh-oh, not enough glue. Not enough glue. Okay, we're gonna, uh-oh, got a little excited on that one. Hang on, you guys. Scrap paper to the rescue. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to put that on there. Okay, so with the pegboard, you guys, and let's see if this is dry. Nope, it's still tacky. You guys, that's still tacky, so I'm going to let this sit on here, and we're going to hold off on this part. And we'll finish this because it's still tacky. We're going to finish this after we finish the last card. All right, but all the stamping and all that stuff is done. It's just the decorating part, you guys. So that is that. And we've got our big textured stamp cleaned up. That goes back in here. Oh, you guys, I love these. If you missed these because they're an online exclusive, you guys, they're very cool. Very, very cool. All right. So if you've hung on with me this long, you guys, I'm very proud of you because trust me, I can see how backwards we are. So, or how off we are as far as the video and my recording part. All right. So, card number 3 is done. You guys, this last card though, this last card and this last card, you guys, was the reason that people took this class. According to what a couple people told me. And you guys, I love this card. Love it. And I hope that you guys do too. All right. So, here's where we're at. We're on the cow card, you guys. And in case you missed it, this is the cow card. Don't you love it? Oh, too fun, you guys. All right, so we've got all kinds of things here. All kinds of things. I'm going to move this over here. All right, so last of the parts and pieces. You keep grabbing cards. Cards over here keep falling. Okay. Oh, you guys, this is my favorite. Joe even liked this card, you guys. That's why I made him that little cow card, because Joe really liked. He thought it was cool. So there's a lot of pieces in your stuff here. This one's for your chicken. This one, there's pieces that go together, and trust me, you'll know. That goes with that. This goes with that. So those will go over here. This piece right here is your mechanism piece. And I want to do the scoring on this first. And this is for your cows. Okay. So we're going to score this. And then we're going to score the mechanism. Because you guys, this is a true 5.5 by 8.5 piece. And it's just scored in the middle. Score that in the middle. Okay, so your mechanism piece. And you guys, I'm not going to say the size or the measurements out loud. Although I could. So we're going to do our mechanism piece. And we're going to do it. We're going to score. And I'll do it this way, you guys. Because I know it's frustrating for people. 1/2 inch score. 1.25 inches and score. 2 inches score, and then 3.5 and score. All right, so now here's the key. You want to go from this end to this end, and then from this end to this end. So our 1/2 inch is at the top. Now, if you need to, you can draw it out. If you need to, you can mark it. I just put my big girl panties on and I just did it. Do it. Just do it. You can do it. I know you can. So, and then we're going to do this end to this end. Just like this. So it makes that X there. All right. That is the mechanism part right there. That's it. Oh my goodness. That is it. So, we need to fold this. See what I did? I tucked it to create an arrow or a point. And that's the mechanism right there. right there. So let's do we'll burnish our score because we need our card base to create this mechanism. I needed my scratch paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our card front, make sure it opens on the side, make sure it opens correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we're going to hold it in the middle-ish, right? I'm going to hold it here. And I know it's hard to see because it's the tone on tone, but that is specific. And you guys, this edge, and I'll show you, again, that edge goes all the way to the score. Tear and tape or glue. Again, I like glue. And don't go crazy with the glue because you don't want it oozing. Okay? So making sure that it's in the middle and that it's straight. And then I'm going to close this over like that. You guys, that's the hardest part. Seriously, this is the hardest part. Done. And we got it. We did it. Woohoo! Now, in your packet, you should have 2 window sheet pieces. 2 window sheet pieces. And you're going to need your glue dots. And you guys, I'm doing mine super close together. Like on top of each other, just about. Can you see that? Who is that? Who is that? Oh, that's Moma. Okay. So right on top of each other, those glue dots. And I'm going to pull them off. And I'm going to take this section right here, oh, hang on, you guys. Let's fold this way so you'll be able to see. This window sheet goes right there, right against the score on the bottom triangle. And we're going to do the same thing, same, with this second one. Okay, where did my glue got to go? Okay. Same. Okay. So this one on the bottom, here, lined up. So that it's like that. Those 2 pieces just like that. Then we're going to create our point again, you guys. Create our point, and you'll notice that it's on the card front. And this little section right here is where we're going to glue. Bum, bum, bum. Just like that. And we're going to close the card. And we're going to let that sit on there for a little bit. Because we're going to do our stamping parts. So, if you have the cutest cows, what did I do with my cutest cows? Did I put them away? I did. If you also have the cutest cows, worth every penny. Uh-oh. Here it is. I took my punch and I made this template for myself. So that way then I could make sure that I lined my stamps up properly. See? Just like that. And I kind of make sure that they're in the grooves. What are you doing? Kind of make sure that they're in the grooves of the paper. Then I take my block and I pick them up. Just like this. So now I know, and I keep this with my stamp set. Now I know that when I stamp on here, we're using copper clay for the cows, that this cow here and this cow, because I need two, should line up exactly with my punch. Let's see. Let's see how we did. Do you think we did it? I think we did it. Look at that. Look at that. See? Perfect. Stamp that, or punch that, I mean. And then punch this one. There we go. All I need is the cow bodies and the cow heads. I'm not using the other parts, you guys. All right, so we've got our two cows stamped and punched. We're going to color in a minute. I want to do my chicken, my little chicken. Guys, I love this stupid chicken. Love this chicken, you guys. Now, when you're stamping your chicken, you guys, you don't want to stamp it all the way to the end because, as you can see here, I want to be able to adhere it to the inside so that I can actually see his feet. Apparently, I didn't cut it long enough for that one. And you're going to have to fussy cut, but I want to color first for that. Now, we're going to move on to our sunflowers because there's a lot of sunflowers. There's a lot of stamping in this one, you guys. Worth every penny of it. So we've got to do 2 sets here. And I'm going to just use that. And then we got one. I think we'll do one on the inside piece. We need to use our yucky paper and our crushed curry. And I want to get it all the way to the top, just about. As you can see here, we did all the way up. So there's one. And 2. For that, there's our front. And then we have 1 on the inside. So we're going to stamp that. And I've got to go back to the sentiments because I forgot. Now, I want my sunflowers to look rounded, you guys. So I made sure that they were all the way at the bottom. All the way down there. All right, now we have sentiments on the front or on the inside. No sentiments on the front. But I used the holy cow. Oh, you guys. I think I want to do the what's moo with you on this one, you guys. Because it's just too funny. Where is it? Holy cow, what's moo with you? I think that's what we're going to do. The moo with you and the holy cow. And I think we're going to do the what's moo with you on the top. Just a little tweak, you guys. How cute is that? Even without like the Wink of Stella and stuff, you guys. And that's the thing. If you don't want to color, and I don't know that I'm going to color these this time. I used my Wink of Stella, and I used my inkwell, you guys, and that's how I colored my sunflowers. But I think this one, I think I want to leave these. I think I like them just like that. So we're going to glue this onto here to its coordinating copper clay piece. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we color or should we not? I already know what you guys are going to say. I already know you guys want to color. Get rid of that. There it is. And we'll do this on here. This one coordinates with this coordinating piece. All right, so here's our card base. Yeah, here's our card base. We have our birch. You guys, I'm loving this embossing folder if you haven't figured that out yet. Loving it. That goes on there. Like that. Oh, my mechanism is in the right place, which is good. Whew, that was close. I should have looked first. And it's staying put, you guys. So it sat long enough, which is good. Perfect. All right, so all of our stamping is done. I know you guys want to color. All right, so I'm not gonna color them all. I'm gonna color the inside ones. Oh, who am I kidding? All right, we're gonna color the outside ones. I'm gonna leave the inside ones blank. So what I'm gonna do, for those that have not done this yet, is that I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I am just coloring, and I know I should do the inside of the sunflower dark, but there are some sunflowers that have really light middles, so that it looks like that compared to that. So you can see, isn't that pretty? You guys, I just love that. Now, this, like your blending brush, you have to make sure to wipe all the ink off. And I think we're going to do, because you guys know I don't like to follow the rules. Doesn't have to be exactly like a real cow, because this is the funny part. I was telling somebody that we did pretty peacock cows one time. Loved those pretty peacock cows. Oh my gosh, those turned out so stinking cute. So cute. I know that's Kim's favorite color. Pretty peacock. And that turned out so funny. All right, so do our little our crushed curry. And I think we're going to do crushed curry on the tufts of our little cow's heads. Right in here. And over here. And then we've got a chicken. I'm going to grab, although I don't think I have to, because I think I can pick up that copper clay. You guys, that's the one thing that I love about our Wink of Stella. I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to try to pull some of that copper clay for our chicken. And there's our little chicken. Isn't he cute? For those of you that don't know, I do have chickens, several, here on the homestead. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with my green, you guys. And here's the thing. You guys, you don't have to do it in your inkwell if you don't want to. All right, there are some people that don't like putting the Wink of Stella in here, and that's okay. If you want to put it on a block, so you take your block and you dip it in your ink, and then you use that side where the ink is, that's good too. That works. That works too. It's entirely up to you because it's your card. It's your ink. I like the ease of not having something else to clean. So I'm just saying to me, this is a work smarter, not harder, because I don't want to clean the black. It's already bad enough I got to clean that embossing folder. There we go. All right, so there is our coloring. Easy peasy. One of the girls that came to my class the other day, she had never used Wink of Stella to color, so it was really cool to teach her how to do that. I thought it was anyways. All right, so I have this piece. This one's not big enough, so we're just going to use this piece. And I think actually I'm just going to wrap this around a couple of times. And do I have enough for a bow? I do, a little one. So this is a single strand of this jute, you guys. A single strand of the jute. So it's all kind of pulled and knotty, and it kind of reminds me of like stuff on the farm, right? Reused. We're reusing it. And then this gets dimensionals. And because one of those parts looks like it could tear, you guys, I'm going to make a point of using some extra dimensional to hold my jute twine in place. And then one in the middle. And then we got fussy cut our chicken. And I did add a little bit of green to our chicken. So, and you guys, the chicken, I've fussy cut it out before. It's not hard. You can get as detailed as you wish. I kind of do a quickie kind of cut, because I'm okay with that. Again, it's like kind of like a reused piece of something on the farm. And notice I'm not moving my scissors. I am moving my paper. Because that helps you get a clean cut. So the more that you move your scissors, you get a choppier cut. Okay, so now I can actually put my chicken so it looks like he's standing on top. See how that works? Because I made this a little bit longer. And we're just going to use a glue dot to secure that. What the heck, my glue dots are kind of skipping. Tear that off because I want to keep track of that. So I'm watching where my feet go. So it looks like he's sitting on the top of that, just like that. Perfect. And that's where it sits. Now, if you're worried about that, put a dimensional on there. I'm not worried about a glue dot. It's going to stay where I want it to stay. And there's that. And then this is going to go down here. And there's our front. Now, let's assemble our cows, because that's our next step. So we're going to take our glue, and we're just going to put a little bit of glue right here on the body so that I can put my cow face right there. Now, I don't want to use dimensionals on this one. Normally, when I do my cow face, you guys, I do dimensionals. But I don't want to do that on this because of the way our inside is already set up. go. And then we're going to pull these out here. And I want to get an idea, because here's the thing. We're going to kind of fart around a little bit with this, you guys, because I want to make sure that the ears of my cow, and actually that one can go down there because of the way that I did the ears. I intentionally tilted the heads because I want to make sure that the ears are inside my card, okay? So holding this part down is how we're going to fasten it. We're going to take a glue dot. I'm going to open this up, and we're going to take two glue dots on each one, and I'm going to do one cow at a time. This one and this one. So I'm working with the top first. I'm holding this. I've got it closed over, and I want to get my cow in here so that the ear is inside the card up here. See? Because I don't want it poking out, because that defeats the card, right? And it defeats the surprise. And then we're going to add our glue dots to the bottom one. And we're basically going to do the same thing, but with the other cow. So we're going to hold it like this, lift this up. Going to put our cow on here, making sure that his ear is inside, and we can't, oh, look at that, you guys. See, that's what I'm talking about. We don't want that. Dang it. See if we can shimmy that up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now our cows pop up. But how do we get this inside in here? Well, you see that score mark right there, right? So we're going to add our glue inside like that. And I'm going to hold it open. And I'm going to take this piece, because again, I don't want it sticking out either. And I don't want to see where those two parts join up. So now I'm going to close the card. I did do it. Nope, I did it right. Okay. Going to close the card because there we go. And it'll stick. There's a little bit of that showing, but I'm okay with that. So there's our cows. Oh my gosh, you guys. So stinking cute. There we go. So that's what we have, you guys. That's the fourth and final card. Woo! We did it, you guys. Now, for those of you that did get this class, your PDF is in your email if you have not gotten your package yet. And for those of you that did pick up, it's here. It's ready to go. And I think I had at least one packet left. One packet. I know that for sure. So, but if you're interested, let me know. You guys, this class was free with a $25 purchase. And don't forget, you guys, that DSP sale is still going on until Saturday. So if you want this class, go ahead and use the link in the description of this video and send me an email. The email's in the beginning of the video, saying that you want to get the Cards with Movement class. I hope that you enjoyed this, you guys. I know that internet was a struggle tonight, and I'm really sorry. But if you have questions, please post them in the comments. I always come back and check. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'm very grateful for those that stuck the whole entire time, because there are some still in here. I see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day getting crafty, you guys. What's left? And you will see me next time live on Saturday. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.